Maritas Bostonians. Welcome to another episode of Learn with CDBS Teachers. I am teacher Marj, an English teacher from the Senior High School Department. As we begin our learning session for today, I would like to present to you a very interesting fact. Did you know that among the 5 macro skills in learning a language, those are listening, speaking, reading, writing, and viewing? Scholarly articles that were published state that speaking is said to be the most fear-inducing activity among language learners. Have you ever wondered why is that so? Were you asked by your teachers before to present a speech or maybe an oral presentation in front of your classmates? Have you ever felt that you're anxious or uncomfortable to speak in front of a crowd? Or have you ever felt that confidence within you that, yes, I can do it. I can express myself well. And I'm confident that I can give some insightful ideas in my speech. Now, most of us, students and adults alike, were more or less involved or had become involved in different public speaking engagements. According to this statement, speaking is said to be the most fear-inducing language learning activity. Maybe it's because when we're expressing ourselves, we have an audience or we have viewers who will watch us, who will listen to every word we are saying. And we're not really in control of how they will perceive the message or ideas we are trying to convey. Maybe some of us will think, did they understand what I said? Do they accept the ideas I've shared? Or were my messages somewhat not clear? Were the ideas I presented get rejected? Now, those questions may hamper our ability and our growth, or our journey towards becoming a better public speaker. That's why I am here today to present to you 3 very important tips on how to become a better public speaker and thus an effective communicator. Now, a quick check-in. You can see here on your screens 3 images pertaining to one's perception of their own public speaking skills. I would like you to look carefully at these 3 images you see on the left portion of your screen, functions as my background. Now, what you see on the first image is a speaker who is anxious. Anxious and uncomfortable. Are you this kind of speaker? When you're asked by your teacher before to present an oral report, or when you're asked by your classmates to convey an idea for your topic, you become anxious, you become uncomfortable when presenting a speech in front of a crowd, or when you're asked by your teacher to unmute and express your ideas, you become anxious and uncomfortable? Or do you belong to the second image? Did it resonate with you? Are you the kind of speaker who is very confident? When asked by a teacher to present a speech, do you become excited? Wow, this is my time to express myself. This is my time to share my amazing and insightful ideas. Are you this kind of speaker? Or are you the third kind of speaker who just balances that element of being calm and that element also of being confident? You're not that much very giddy or excited when asked to speak, but you're sure that you can be calm, composed, and still confident when you share your ideas. Which among the three images pertaining to your public speaking skills resonate with you? Now, I know that you're the best person who can answer that. But for today, I'm just here to help you be better in terms of improving your public speaking skills. Let's proceed to tip number 1. Tip number 1 is learning the value of building rapport. Rapport is basically the importance of connection. Be it in a face-to-face situation or be it in a virtual learning setup. If you want to become a very effective communicator, you have to learn how to build rapport with your audience or viewers. You're standing there with the aim of conveying your ideas. You're sitting facing a camera, conveying your ideas as well. And with those two situations or contexts, it all boils down to one thing. It's our skill to connect with our audience. We are not just speaking for ourselves. Once we present a speech, once we convey our ideas, we are presenting it because we want our viewers to learn something from it. And what's the best way for our viewers or our learners or audience to learn something very beneficial? If we know how to build proper connection with whatever mode or channel or medium are we going to use, be it in virtual mode or be it in a face-to-face setup, we can be, of course, better communicators. So that is building rapport. Building rapport is building connection with our audience. Realizing that our audience or our viewers are also human beings. Human beings who are capable to understand our messages. Human beings who desire to learn. Human beings who desire to grow and improve. Let's proceed to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is learning the value of genuineness. Very beautiful word, genuineness. Now, if we want to learn, of course, how to build rapport or connection with our audience, we can't just do that without the element or the importance of genuineness. Genuineness in connection with the message that we are about to convey or we are currently conveying. Genuineness may be synonymous with our sincerity. Our sincerity to share a message. If we want to inform people, if we want to persuade people to believe in our stance, if we want to entertain people, make them laugh, make them happy, or try combining all of those purposes together, and you have an eclectic type of speech. Nevertheless, whatever purpose you have in terms of presenting your speech or your message, the important thing is more than just knowing your message. The important thing is you have the inspiration to share it and you want other people to benefit from it as well. That is the essence of genuineness. Combine that with tip number 1, and that's rapport. What a beautiful speech or message will you be able to create. So that's tip number 1, rapport. Combine it with tip number 2, the genuineness and sincerity of your speech. The third tip and the last one is this one: to take any engagement, take any speaking engagement as a learning opportunity. A popular saying goes, of course, Rome wasn't built in a day. The same thing goes with our speaking capabilities or our speaking skills, most especially our public speaking skills. Any kind of speaking engagement is a learning opportunity. And we will only improve if we are brave enough to take that risk or to take that simple step to accept a speaking engagement. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. If you want to recite, you know the answer, but somehow you're too shy to express it, you can take that simple step to raise your hand if you're in a Zoom session with your teacher. Or if you will be presenting a speech for your English classes. How can I build rapport in this speech? How can I be genuine in this speech? How can I impart a very meaningful message in this speech? Take that first step as well. Again, any speaking engagement, no matter how big or small it is, no matter how simple or complex it is, it's a learning opportunity. So there, we have the 3 tips: learning how to build rapport, learning to be genuine in our speeches, and taking any speaking engagement as a learning opportunity. As we prepare for the next school year, may we all continuously learn from one another. And I hope, of course, I was able to impart some very beneficial tips so that it may also help you to become better public speakers. Again, this is Learn with CDBS Teachers. And once again, I am Teacher Marj, an English teacher from the Senior High School Department. Thank you, everybody, and see you all soon. Bye-bye.